So hello again everyone, I'm Miss M. I'm your additional science teacher. And today we have another topic. But before that, again, I apologize for the background noises that you will be hearing all throughout recording this video. And then, same thing, I'll be uploading some of your worksheet in the in ACN websites. So let's start with our topic for today. Alright, so today is the same unit as last meeting, or last meeting rather. So again, we will talk about cell, but before we go with your cell, let's have a previous discussion, or let's have a brief review of what we had last time. So last meeting, we discussed that there are certain steps or chronological order of people who discovered, so that we can come up with a cell that we learn or we study in the school nowadays. So who are those people? Can you give me one? Okay, so we have the Johnsons. Okay, they are the one who discovered the first lens, or they made the first compound microscope. And then we also have who? We also have Robert Brown. We also have Anton van Leeuwenhoek, who discovered the animalcules, or he termed that animalcules. We also have Robert Hooke. He is the first person who termed the coil, or who termed the name cell. And we have how many cell theory? We have 3 cell theory. Okay, so today we will discuss another topic, but it is related to what we discussed last meeting. So let's go now. Let's start. Okay, so look at this photo. Last meeting, we discussed that your organisms, or living organisms, are made up of cells. But what can you observe about this photo? Aside from that, they are all living organisms. But about this one, this one is an orchid. This is what I'm telling you. This is an orchid. So we have this one animal, a worm, a plant, an animal as well, animal. But look at this one, and this one. Okay, so we will learn later on what are these organisms. But again, they are all organisms, or living organisms. Next. Okay, so what is an organism? What is an organism? Definition. Organisms are anything that can live on its own, or anything that has life, a living organism. Okay, again, organisms is anything that can live on its own. Okay, so anything like animals, like plants, like bacteria and viruses, like humans, us. So those are organisms. Okay, next slide. Types of organisms. So anything that lives, or anything that can live on its own, is called organism. But they have 2 types: unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Cellular meaning cell level. Cell level. Reminder, the cell is the basic unit of our living things. So we have uni and we have multi. So what do you think is the difference between these 2? Okay, so we will learn this, or we will learn what is the difference between these 2 words for today's topic. I want you to set a guess. What is the difference between unicellular and multicellular organisms? Okay, let's go now. Unicellular organisms, okay, are made of only one cell. Again, unicellular organisms are made of only one cell. Only one cell. Examples: amoeba, euglena, paramecium, and bacteria. These are the photos. Okay? Examples of unicellular organism. All life processes like digestion, excretion, and so on are carried out by a single cell. Okay. Digestion, this word, meaning it is the process wherein we take in food or we eat food so we can have nutrients, so we can grow. And excretion, removal of waste material like when you poop or when you urinate or you pee. That is excretion, or you sweat. Okay, that is excretion, removal of waste. So digestion and excretion are examples of life processes. But as humans, we have different life processes. But in some, it's as simple as digestion and excretion. These are all processed by just one cell. Okay? This cell. Next. Definition. Unicellular organisms are organisms made of, again, one cell. Again, how many cells? It is made of one cells only, or one cell only. Information: these organisms are very small and need to be seen with a microscope. Again, as I've mentioned, they are too small to be seen by the naked eye. So you have to use your microscope again, everyone. Okay? So these are made of only one cell. That's why they are very small. And you cannot see them using your own eyes or just your eyes. You need to use your microscope. Okay? Next one. These are the common names, or the nicknames rather. Microscopic organisms. They are also known as microorganisms. They are really small living things. Okay, sometimes these organisms are the cause of your diseases, like bacteria. They cause different diseases like cough and flu, or cough and colds, or sometimes viruses as well, and even diarrhea. So these organisms may enter our body and may cause diseases. So microorganisms, and they are really small living things. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. These are the examples of your living or non-living organisms. Okay, again, so these are the different examples of your unicellular organisms. These are the bacteria or even viruses or even fungi that may cause harm to us, like they can cause diseases. Okay, so these are the how, because they can enter through our mouth, or they can enter through our wounds, and they can depend on the nutrients, or they secrete sometimes toxins in our body. That's how they can cause diseases to us. Okay, next. So these are the photos of your unicellular organisms, or some also are microscopic, or most of them are microscopic. So you have paramecium. It's like a oval. This one is amoeba. Amoeba is a type of bacteria. This one is a bacteria. This one is a flagella. They use this to swim. Okay, to move. This one is a yeast. Type of fungi. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's go now to your multicellular organisms. So they are made up of more than one cell. Again, they are made up of how many cells? More than one cell. Examples are human beings, animals, and plants. They are also again, those are the examples of your multicellular organisms. Plants, humans, and animals. So look at this one. And of course me, I'm a multicellular organism. Okay, definition. Multicellular organism, an organism made of two or more cells. Again, multi means many. So in our case, we are made up of more than one cells. Okay? These organisms are able to see with naked eye. Again, these organisms are able to be seen with naked eye. When you say able to be seen by a naked eye, meaning you can see me by your eyes only. So, can you see me by your eyes only? Do you need to have microscope just to see me? No, of course you can see me by your eyes only. These organisms need all parts of itself to survive. Okay, so in your unicellular, all the life processes is being processed by just one cell. But as multicellular organisms, we need our all parts to be able to survive in our daily life. Like for example, we cannot survive without our lungs. We cannot also survive without our brain. Okay? We cannot also survive without our heart. Okay? So those things. But in unicellular, they can survive with just one cell. But us, we cannot survive. We need all the parts of our body to survive in our daily life. Okay, next. Common names. Many called it or many-celled organism. That's why it's called multicellular organisms. Sorry. Okay. Eukaryotic organisms. Eukaryotic. If you can still remember, this is one of our objectives, but later on we will discuss it more. So multicellular are also called eukaryotic organisms. Mammals. This is group of animal. Birds, reptile, fish, many others. Okay. So again, these multicellular organism examples are plants, animals, and us humans. Okay, this one. Alright. Even mold. You know mold? This is one you can see when you forgot the bread. This is the green thing that comes when the bread is already like for example, if you forgot to eat it for like a month or a week, there are molds. Okay, it's a type of fungi or a yeast. A fungi rather. Okay. So difference between unicellular and multicellular. So let us now discuss what are the difference, what makes them different from each other, what makes them unique. Alright? So according to number of cell, unicellular organisms are composed of single cell. Again, number of cell, unicellular are single celled, only one. How about the multicellular organisms are composed of more than one cell? Again, one cell, more than one cell. One, this one, multi is many cell. Okay, that's as simple as that. One cell, many cell. Okay, so that's how it is according to number of cells. Next, shape. Irregular shape. Have definite shape. Okay, let's discuss this one. When you said irregular shape, they don't have definite shape. I mean, they don't have an exact shape. They can have a different shape. Okay? Like they can be like this one. Let's take a look at this one again. Again, this one, look. They don't have a specific shape. Okay? They can be like this, or they can be like this, or like this. But as humans, we have the same shape. We have the head, we have the arms, we have the legs. Okay? That is shape. Definite shape. Okay? So again, irregular, they don't have a specific shape. They don't have a regular shape. They can change their shape. Okay? How about multicellular organism? They have definite shape, or they have the exact shape. Okay? That's how it is. Next one. How about body organization? Okay? When it comes to body organization, unicellular are simple body organization, while multicellular organisms have complex body organization. So let's discuss this one. When you say simple body organization, it means it's simple because they only have how many cells? They only have one cell. That's why it is very simple. Again, sorry. So again, unicellular are or they have simple body organization because they only have one cell. So it's not as complicated as we humans. How about us humans? Complex meaning it is complicated. Why complicated or why difficult? Because we have different, or we have billions, millions, or trillions of cells in our body. That's why it's complicated. It's complex. It's not simple. Okay? Again, simple, not simple. It's complex. Why? Because we have many cells inside our body and they have their own functions. Okay? Like our heart have different types of cell. It's complicated, or it's complex inside our heart. They have different functions. And our brain also have different cells, and it's also complex inside our brain. So that's how it is. They perform their own processes. But this simple body organization of the unicellular, they only perform, this one cell performs everything. Okay? Next. Function. Single cells carries out all necessary life processes. Multiple cells perform different functions. Okay, let's have this unicellular. Again, single cell, this one cell perform different functions like digestion, when you eat and you take the nutrients, and you excretion when you remove the waste of your body. Okay, when you poop, when you urinate, those are the waste product of our body. But this one, they do it just one cell. The one that eat, the one that also excrete or remove the waste product. So only one cell. Multiple cell, different function. Of course, we eat with our mouth. We digest with our mouth and digest with our stomach. And then we breathe by our nose, by our lungs. We think with our brain. We see by our eyes. We smell by our nose. We touch by our hand. So meaning, there are different parts of our body who have different functions. Multiple meaning many. Many cells perform different function. Okay? They have different jobs. Again, your nose is for smelling. Your eyes is for seeing. Your hands is for touching. So again, we have different functions for the different parts of our body. But in unicellular, they only have one cell to function or to work for all the function or the jobs of their body. Okay? Okay. Next one. Exposure to environment. Exposure meaning you have contact with environment. You touch the environment. Okay, unicellular organism. The total cell body is exposed to the environment. I mean, the whole part is exposed. Everything is exposed. Everything touches the environment. Environment meaning outside the body. Okay. multicellular organism, only the outer cells are exposed to environment. Okay, in this one, only our skin touches the environment. Our heart, inside our body, our lungs, our brain cannot touch the environment. Just outside. Okay, outside. Outer cell. Outer cell, this one. Outer cell. Meaning our own skin only. Our skin only touches the watch. Our lungs and our brain cannot touch the watch. Only outer part of the cell are exposed. But in unicellular, everything touches the environment. That's the difference. Okay? Next one. Mode of reproduction. Wait. My everything is being blown away. Okay. So mode of reproduction, asexual, meaning only one parent is needed. Multicellular organism, sexual, 2 parents are needed. Mother and father. Asexual, some of them only have 1 parent needed, or asexual. Again, unicellular, they only reproduce, they only have offsprings, or they only have babies through asexual. 1 parent needed. But as multicellular can be sexual, of course, that as humans, that as plants, or that is as humans, or can be some plants, can be, and of course animals. But some multicellular also only need 1 parent. Samples are mushroom. Okay? Sample of this one. Humans cannot do asexual, guys. Okay? Just mushroom. Fungi. Okay? Ferns. Something like that. So, 2 parents, 1 parent. Okay. Okay, let's now do your simple quiz. Wait, sorry. So, what to do? Of course, let me check if you learned the lesson or you learned something from the lesson. You just have to identify or write only unicellular organisms or multicellular organisms. Okay? If the time is too short, you can write A, you can write B here. Again, A for unicellular organisms, B for multicellular organisms. So, let's take a look. Oh, identify if it's uni or multicellular organisms. 30 seconds starts now. It's an elephant. Okay, next. It's a penguin from Madagascar. Okay, next. This one is a turtle. Okay, a turtle. Next one. This is a plant. Okay. Next one. This is a type of bacteria. Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? It's a bacteria. Okay, next. Paramecium. Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? Okay, next. Amoeba. An amoeba, what is it? Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? Okay, next one. Bacteria. Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? Okay, next one. A yeast. Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? Okay, next. This is of course a human. Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? Never mind the dog. Next one. Are made of only one cell. Amoeba, Euglena, Paramecium, and bacteria. What do you call the organism that is only made of one organ or one cell? Okay, next. Are made of more than one cell. Samples, humans, animals, and plants. What do you call them? Unicellular or multicellular organisms. Next one. Organisms that are too small to be seen by naked eye. Organisms that you need to have microscope to be seen. What do you call them? Uni or multicellular organism? Okay, next one. Also known as complex organism. Again, also known as complex organism. Are they uni or are they multicellular organism? Alright, for the last number, humans are made of what type of organism? Again, humans are made of what type of organism? Is it uni or is it multicellular organism? Okay, let's try to look at your answer. Actually, I wrote the answer already, but let me see. Okay, number 1. This is uni or multi? Elephants. This is a... Okay, this is a multicellular organisms, of course. It's an animal. Next, a penguin. Is it a uni or a multicellular organism? It is a multicellular organism. It's an animal as well. Next, a turtle. A turtle is a uni or a multi? A multicellular organisms, of course. Next, plant. Uni or multi? It's a multicellular organisms, of course. Next, bacteria. Uni or multi? Of course, this is a unicellular organisms. Next one, Paramecium. What is this? Uni or multicellular organism? This is a unicellular organisms. Okay, amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organisms as well. And number 8, again, another example of bacteria. It is a unicellular organism. How about yeast? How about the yeast? Is it uni or multicellular organism? This is a unicellular organism. Okay, next. Humans. How about us humans? We are uni or multicellular organisms? We are, of course, multicellular organisms. Next. 11. Blank are made of one cell. Amoeba, euglena, and paramecium, and bacteria are examples. What are those? They are uni or multi? They are unicellular organisms. Next. Blank are made of more than one cell. Human beings, animals, and plants. They are called what? They are called multicellular organisms. Okay. Next one. Organisms that are too small to be seen by the naked eye. They are called unicellular organisms. And number 14, also known as the complex organism, they are the multicellular organisms, of course. And of course, humans are made of what type of organisms? We are made up of course, we are made up of your multicellular organisms. Okay, so that's it. That's the answer. Oh, take a look at this one. Okay. So that ends our lesson for today. So see you again everyone on next meeting on next week. So thank you again for listening, and I hope you learned something. Thank you and goodbye.